Hey, so today I'm going to show you a simple recipe for some turnovers. They don't require a whole lot of ingredients, just some frozen fruit along with some sugar, a frozen pie crust or puff pastry, a little bit of cornstarch, and a splash of water. All you do is you add the frozen fruit to a pot with a little bit of sugar, you add the splash of water and mix it up for a little bit. Now, the cornstarch over on the side there is kind of optional depending on which fruit you use, as some fruits release enough pectin to thicken up on their own. Otherwise, though, like I did with this one, it needed a little bit. So you mix the cornstarch with some cold water and cook a little bit in 2 minutes and just do a little bit at a time. And when you get the consistency you want, all you do is pull it off the stove and let it cool for a little bit. When you're cooking it, though, you do need to mash it a little bit, and it takes probably about 20 minutes or so, 20 to 25 minutes to cook this. Now you roll out your pastry. Now all you want to do after you roll it out is to cut it into four pieces. You get 4 turnovers per sheet. So this amount of fruit filling that I created will do 8 of them, but I only pulled out 1 sheet, so I just took the rest of the filling and I threw it back in the freezer for future use. Now, it doesn't have to be exact. No home cooking has to be perfect. Though you don't want to end up with one so small that you can't turn into a turnover, so... Now, the reason I flipped all these over is from when they were defrosting, the back side of them got a little bit damp just from the defrost process. Now, I egg wash the inside of them. It tends to keep the pastry from getting a little bit too soggy from the filling when it's cooking. When you do egg wash it like this, put it on and then let it sit for probably about 10 minutes or so just to let the egg wash dry a little bit. Then it's pretty simple. Just add your filling. Try not to add too much at a time. Otherwise you may not be able to actually close your turnover. Now, if you also look at your turnover pastry, and there's not enough egg on the outside edge, just add a little bit. But as you can see, I squished a little bit out. Not a big deal. It'll still cook just the same. And you just keep repeating the process until you're done. I did forget to mention that you do need an egg as well, and that's just for the egg wash. And just continue to do what you did last time. Pinch the edge, use the fork to crimp them down. And they don't always turn out perfect. As you can see, I squished a whole lot out of them. Once you have them crimped and whatnot, another thing I didn't show is you just need a standard baking sheet with a sheet of parchment on it. These will go into a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, depending on your altitude. One last egg wash on the top. And then you proceed to put slits in the top to try to make it so they don't explode. As you'll be able to see in a second, though, mine did explode a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They're at home. They were fresh. They were delicious. They were not cooperative today for me cutting those little slits in there, and I do not know why I even resharpened the knife in the middle of doing this. And there you have it, the final product. Golden brown, warm, delicious, and so simple. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Any ideas, let me know for future videos. Otherwise, have yourselves a wonderful day.